Hearty greetings to all our SiddharBoomi viewers. We will start the program with a small invocation. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave. Welcome to the world of ALP Astrology. I am Mrs. Nithya Shankar, ALP Astrologer, joining you from Chennai. And in conversation with me is my dear friend Roopesh Naidu, joining us from Bangalore. Well, what is the role of sun in marriage compatibility is the topic of discussion today. We've seen many more planets in the past, like Mars, Venus, Mercury. Yesterday we did Saturn. Today we are touching the most important planet in our solar system. We call it a star, well, but in astrology we address it to be a planet. What is it? It is the sun. Can we all imagine life without sun? Isn't it impossible? Just imagine a day without sun in our life. It would be gloomy and we would all get into depression, isn't it? So sun is a vital source of energy. He is the form of life energy to the whole entire earth and in fact the whole solar system. All the planets derive its energy from the sun god. In fact, have we all seen God? Maybe yes, maybe not. Depends on everyone's experience. But all of us have seen God in the form of sun, isn't it not? So every day we get up early in the morning, we just open the curtain and we see the God coming and wishing us good morning. But the thing is, these days, we all sleep, put the curtains on, make it dark, artificial darkness, and go to sleep, isn't it? We don't welcome God. We make God to wait for some more time. Well, sun is the god of life. That is the life energy. The source of all our other planets is derived from sun. So that is why he is called the Atma Karakan. Atma Karakan means he gives the energy to the soul. Without sun, the life doesn't get formed also on the first place. So even a plant, animals, or all life forms derive its energy from the sun. So what is the characteristic of sun? How does he play or show his presence in our day-to-day life? It is the primary thing, the self, the ego. You know, I am there. I am Nithya Shankar. So what is it? The I component in all of us is the sun aspect in our life. So what else does he do? He is the self-confidence, the willpower to do any work. So if the sun is not all right, we will not have the willpower to do. We'll be the timid and very, weak person in deciding a lot of things. We will not have the courage to face challenges. All these troubles will come. So primarily, he is the sun. Sun is the lord of authority, government. So he is the person who goes by rule book 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how he wants his people to follow the instructions. He'll be the leader. So any leader, if you take their horoscope, their sun will be very strong, who will have a lot of followers. So this world is short of leaders. There are many followers. So you will have to increase the sun aspect in your horoscope if you want to lead a public, or if you want to be present in a public life, then sun aspect should complement you. Otherwise, it is just not possible to be a leader. Fine. So these are all the aspects in which sun is helping us in our day-to-day life. So what role does a strong sun do? He will help us with a lot of power, lot of energy. In the sense, when a person with the authority of sun comes, the whole place will turn back and look at them. Because it is, which house does he denote? He denotes the Leo sign in the zodiac. What is Leo? Leo is the lion. Is lion the king of the forest? Do we give him the name just like that? No, isn't it? The gigantic figure and the way they come across, the magnificence, that is how they come across in the public. Even if they are small build or small people, but they will have tremendous authority in whatever they say and do, and they conduct themselves. So this is why sun holds the power at Leo, and the sign is given as lion to that zodiac. So so that holds the 5th house in the horoscope, isn't it? The stars that sun denotes are Kritika Nakshatra, which is, holding 2 places in the zodiac, which is the Aries and the Taurus. The Uttara Nakshatra, Uttara Falguni, which is the Leo, and part of it is in the Virgo, and the Uttara Ashada Nakshatra, which is in the 9th house, the Dhanur Rashi or the Sagittarius, and the Capricorn. So these are the houses in which sun star is present. So whenever in a natal's horoscope, or according to ALP, whenever these points are touched, the sun aspect in you is primarily defining the path in your life. Well, what is sun? He is called Atma Karaka because the minute, the 00th minute of any child born, that marks the ascendant or the lagna. So primarily the sun's position in that moment is marked as your lagna. Lagna is the life, while Manokaraka or the Rashi is the mind. Sun is the physical development of a human being. Okay. So see, if you see, the sun stays in one house in Gochara for 1 month. So he takes 12 months to complete all the zodiac signs. We have 12 zodiac signs. He stays in 1 month in one house, and he completes the cycle in 1 year. So again, he comes back after a year. What does that denote? We just said that he is the definer of the body, right? So every year, whenever the sun touches the same point, we celebrate it as our birthday. We are grown by 1 year. So that is what Akshaya Lagna Paddhati denotes as 1 Lagna point, 1 Nakshatra point. So when it shifts from 1 year, we calculate it as 1 year, 1 month, 10 days. There is a shift from one point to the next point. So physically, you are growing to that extent. See, the mind travels very fast, but how much ever you travel is depending on how physically you can travel. So that sun defines the physical age of the person, and the physical experience is what gives you the actual experience. By mind, I can imagine that I'm in US now, but am I physically present there? So the body, the sun aspect in me has to drive me to that place. That is when I can actually be present there. So sun defines all these aspects. So sun is also the cause of the lineage in the family. That is why sun is taken primarily in marriage compatibility. While Guru is the Putra Karaka, sun is the person who gives the Jivan to that body, right? So if the sun is not in a good position, then there are a lot of problems that could happen in the pregnancy, or some abortions can happen. All these things are possible if the sun is not placed well. So it is so important. Sun is, shouldering you throughout. Well, if is powerful sun all that we need? Because can we imagine sunlight throughout the day? Sunlight, sunshine, the rising sun is all aspect of a day, but we also have a sunset, isn't it? So we also need a moon aspect. So a strong sun throughout in all the 12 houses is not what we want, because we also, authority all the time will not give space for the other aspects in our life, because we will be dominant. It's full of brightness, isn't it not? So the brightness will completely suppress the other planets. So the sun also, if you the combination we'll see, if sun and guru is complementing each other, you will have good children. You will have a father who is helping you in all your activities. You will be, idolizing the father. He'll be the biggest guru you have in your life. But if the sun is complementing with Rahu, then the same father will give you he'll be the inspiration for getting all the bad qualities of him. If he is having habits of smoking or anything which is beyond a particular limit, then it becomes an addiction, and the child will also absorb it from the father if that combination is there. So if Ketu is there with Sun, then this aspect of Sun and Ketu will make him more spiritual person. He'll be more oriented to God, and a lot of things. He'll have the search for Atman. What is me? What is the I component in the spiritual aspect? All these traits will happen only if Sun and Ketu is connected. Then similarly, if Sun and Venus are connected, and if they are all in good positions, all these things is only if they are well placed in your chart. If they are having a negative impact, then this will be the reverse happening in your life. So if Sun and Venus are together, then this Venus aspect is the partner. The wife and the husband will be mutually understanding and mutually complementing each other. So, but Sun, you see, when Rahu comes, what happens? He is the shadow planet which eclipses even the Sun. So, is Sun all powerful? No. Sun is not all powerful. While he is powerful, he also becomes powerless when Rahu aspect shadows him. So he needs the support of the other planets, the conjunction and the aspecting of other planets to give all his full benefits also. So in this concept, what we can understand is all 9 planets, they complement each other, they support each other. But based on our karma, the whole thing is, given to us depending on the position of the planets, our experience completely, because the Atma's experience is based on our past karma and the karma we do in present. Both go hand in hand. So all the experiences unwind itself just like that. So with Sun on all these aspects, typically in the 7th house, if he is present, he is giving a late marriage sometimes. But if he is placed well, then the person will be of authority. Your partner will be more authoritative, more discipline-oriented person. He will not just do anything just for the sake of it. He will not let you also do. He'll be an authoritarian. So you will have to match that aspect of your partner. In the first house, which is the Kalapurusha Tattva's Aries house, Sun is exalted, and in the 7th house of the Shukra, which is the Taurus, he is debilitated. Why is he debilitated? What is it that he's trying to say here? Sun denotes this aspect of loyalty. So you have to be loyal with your partner. If you are not loyal, if there is a concept of extramarital or illicit affair in your life, you are reducing the Sun aspect in your life. See, when if someone has to listen to me, then I have to be in a place where I have to conduct myself in that quality, isn't it? If I'm not in that alignment, then how will that concept of, if I tell anything, no one will take me seriously, isn't it not? So it is so important that in relationship or any aspect where Sun is involved in your horoscope, if you see wherever he's placed is the aspect that is strong, and wherever he is looking at the 7th aspect. In fact, Sun gives light to all the houses, but primarily aspecting is taken as the 7th house. So these 2 factors will be primarily dominant with your Sun. So those 2 houses has to completely be balanced, and you'll have to follow discipline and loyalty in those aspects, at least for starters. So that is how the sun plays a major and vital role in each one of our lives. So for more thoughts on how a compatibility aspect of sun works, I leave it to Roopesh to continue.
So good morning, madam. Good morning to all the viewers. So the topic for the day is sun and the marriage compatibility. So yes, sun becomes a very, very important planet, because sun is what? Sun is called the king planet in the solar system, right? And as you were mentioning, sun is the one who actually signifies the life. The life originates from sun, and sun is also the significator of the soul, the Atmakaraka. So what actually the importance of sun becomes when it comes to the point of marriage? So in the yesterday's class, so in yesterday's session, we saw without Saturn, there is no marriage. When it comes to the point of sun, right? Without sun, there is no soulmate. So if you are being blessed with a marriage, so also you should have a soulmate, right? The process of bringing a soulmate, this duty is performed by sun. So as we were, since we speak about the karma and the dharmic concepts more in the subject of astrology, so we do hold a certain part of karma where we have to do it for our soulmates, right? So this duty of bringing a soulmate is done by sun. So that is the reason sun is also considered to be the significator of soul. So there is a soul to soul karmic connections, a soul to soul karmic responsibilities which needs to be performed, and that is being taken care by the planet sun. See, the sun, since he signifies the soul, soul is what? Soul is nothing but the evidence to our karma. Soul becomes the evidence to our karma, so that we are being judged. Our karma is completely being judged by the consideration of our soul. And this is exactly what sun does in each and every body, like a human body, or the life that gets existence on this planet Earth. So by this, sun actually talks and tells the responsibilities what we hold to do to the soulmates. And this becomes very much important whenever it comes to the part of marriage, so that we tend to reduce our karma or the responsibilities through our soulmates also. So that is the primary importance whenever we see through the marriage compatibility by considering planet sun. So coming to the point of marriage, madam. See, what is that one emotion that need to work strongly for the marriage bonding? Like between two souls, that one strong emotion. So the strong emotion which needs to work out between two souls is the emotion of love, right? The significator of love becomes Venus. But the planet which governs over this emotion is Sun. If you see in the Kala Purusha Tattva, so Sun governs the fifth house, right? And Sun holds the Mula Trikona position in the fifth house. And if you actually see, what does fifth house indicate? Fifth house indicates love. So the emotion of love is placed in the fifth house. So it becomes very much important. See, this is where the sun plays a very, very important role. See, the emotion of love is governed by sun, whereas its signification is shown by Venus. See, that is the reason we see seventh house Mula Trikona point of Venus and the fifth house Mula Trikona point of sun. For the seventh house, fifth house becomes the 11th house. So the gain of the seventh house is placed in the fifth house. So the emotion of love, which is called as the gain for the seventh house, for the marriage, right? See, it is placed in the fifth house. So sun plays a very, very important role in order to match this emotion of love between these two souls. And yes, see, sun is a planet which gives that liveliness in a relationship. So you cannot be blunt to each other like always. So you need to have that cherishment in your relationship, right? Only then you'll find that actual meaning of being in a relationship, or like building a relationship. Like you need to get to that proper understanding zone between each other. So see, all these aspects are governed by sun, because sun is a planet of cherishment also. And also, if you see, sun is the planet which gives the factor of joy in your relationship. If your sun is not good, there is no joy in your relationship. You're just there as a husband and wife just for a reason, like simply for a formality. In order to enjoy this relationship, right, the factor of joy is given by sun. And when it comes to the point of compatibility, whenever we match the horoscopes by considering sun, right, sun is the planet which actually indicates how good we are in managing our relationship. So the management or the managing skills is given by sun, and it becomes very, very important in a relationship. See, somebody should hold that managing skill, right? If both the individuals, if they don't have this managing skill, and where would they drive their relationship to? So good, bad, whatever it is, joy or challenges, so then they should be in a state of managing it. If they don't know to manage it, and your relationship is again a question mark here. And you were rightly mentioning, sun is a planet of loyalty. Yes, sun seeks loyalty in each and every relationship. And the seventh house sun, right? So we were mentioning about the sun and Venus combination also. Sun and Venus combination, if they are placed good, they'll have the best legal relationships. So their relationship is like very, very legal. They are like very genuine to each other. This is what sun actually tells whenever it comes to the point of marriage compatibility. There is also one more saying: if the sun in the boy horoscope or in the girl horoscope, if they overlap on each other, if they get placed in the same houses, then they are considered to be soulmates from previous birth, because the lineage what you are mentioning, right? So sun actually indicates that. So which means their bonding was so strong that they still hold that emotion of love, which needs to be continued and also to be completed. So the overlapping of sun in the same houses in a boy and in a girl horoscope also indicates that they are soulmates from their past life. People who are actually our viewers who are watching this content, so you can actually check your horoscopes with your spouse and see where the sun is overlapping. So if the sun is overlapping between these two horoscopes, right, then it is considered that you are the soulmates from the previous birth. So sun in the seventh house, yes, sun in the seventh house gets debilitated. See, one of the major reason is sun governs love. Wherever there is love, there should not be ego. So that is the reason in the seventh house, whenever it comes to the point of marriage, sun holds the point of debilitation. Saturn in the seventh house holds exaltation, because seventh house is what? In the natural zodiac sign, it is Libra. So indicated by what? It is indicated by balance, right? So in a relationship, what becomes important? The skill of balancing it, right? And this is governed by Saturn, so he gets the exaltation point, whereas Sun is a planet which indicates ego. So if ego comes and sits there, the balance is not possible. So that is the reason, since he also governs love, he gets this debilitation point in the seventh house. Exclusively, there are various other reasons why Sun gets debilitated in the seventh house, but exclusively seeing for the point of marriage and relationship, right? So the ego is the factor which needs to get debilitated in a relationship. So only then the chemistry between these two individuals will work out. The emotion of love, the emotion, that compatibility exchange happens in a very, very good manner. And if you actually look at, right, madam, see, fifth house is the house of love. That is the soul where sun is governed, and which also becomes the Mula Trikona point for it. And if you exactly look the seventh house, right, it is the house of karma, karma karakas, Saturn's house, Mula Trikona point, right, Aquarius. So sun and Saturn, so soul and the karma, it they travel parallelly always. They travel to each other like in a parallel track. The reason is in the marriage compatibility also. So the karma and also the atma should align in a track so that the relationship goes very, very good. So they know what responsibilities and what duties that they need to perform to each other as a part of husband and wife. So this understanding is very important so that they hold the relationship, they carry the relationship in a very, very dharmic path. Any of the challenges what they what they face, or any of the happiness what they go through, all these things are being parted equally between each other. That is what the karma balancing happens. So in order to balance this karmic thing in a relationship, or to balance the karma of the own individual, so we need a balancing force, and that is the reason why the concept of marriage was brought in, by completely looking at the karma. And also if you see, right, the fifth house and the 11th house becomes the Mula Trikona point for soul, that is sun, and also for the karma, Saturn. If you actually look at one unique and the specific character of sun, sun gets exalted in the first house, sun gets debilitated in the 7th house. And this is the only planet where it takes the exaltation point 7th to 7th house, and also in the 7th house it gets debilitated, right? First house is the exaltation point, 7th house it gets debilitated. So from 7th house, if you actually look again, the 7th to 7th house becomes first house, there he gets exalted. So which means ego is also important, because to certain extent, but not completely, where the entire relationship should be filled with ego. See, why I tell ego is important, right? There are certain points, or in the travel of this journey with your spouse, there are certain points where you need to have that right amount of ego in order to manage something, or to take some rigid decisions. Only if you have that a good quality ego in you, then only you'll be able to do this. Because sun is also what? Sun is also the significator of an authority. Somebody should have that authoritative skill, right? If it is not there, again you lose on your decisions, you lose on facing challenges. All these things are indicated by sun. So that is the reason sun, whenever we look in terms of marriage compatibility, right, the positioning of sun will actually tell how good the individuals are in managing their relationship, how good the individuals are in taking this relationship irrespective of whatever challenges they face. Sun is a planet, as you were mentioning, right? It does not go with the illicit relationships and all, because sun is a planet which always seeks a legality, it always seeks a loyalty, it always seeks that honesty. And out of all the 8 planets, sun is the planet which attracts all the 8 planets, like everything revolve around sun. And this is what happens even in a relationship. See, somebody should follow the other, right? Not every time, but this is the reason why again the ego comes into the picture. So not always. So you have to understand where your partner is right, and I should also have that that understanding, wherever my partner is also right, that I have to go according to the partner. So this is the balance of ego, right? This also is given by sun. So ego might not be negative all the time, but it also has its own positive effects whenever it comes to the relationship. So relationship is what, madam? It is all the balance of the positive and negative, the strength and weakness of two individuals in building a future and also in performing their duties, right? So this is exactly what the sun actually tells in a horoscope whenever we see the compatibility. So we might see, like, see, there are other factors where we will be seeing with respect to other planets also. But in the physical practicality, right, the sun plays a very, very important role, because in this present world, whatever it is, you have to have that managing skill. If you don't have that managing skill, right, it is definitely, it will lead to some or the other pitfalls in a relationship. If you have the managing skill, you will be able to rightly understand like what needs to be done at what point of time. If not, then again there is a question mark there. You don't know what needs to be done, how to carry your relationship, how to drive it. See, all these aspects are governed by sun. And see, on a complete view, without sun there is no liveliness in the relationship. So they always tell, right, you cannot be blunt, madam, like it just becomes like a formality. That factor of enjoyment is given by sun. See, sun is what it is, somewhere which always talks about the activeness. Irrespective of whatever we do, it always seeks that activeness in it, so the involvement in it. All these things are given by sun. So sun becomes very, very vital planet also in the compatibility of horoscopes whenever we see for the marriage compatibility. Over to you, madam.
See, very rightly said, the soulmate. Two souls get together, are attracted to each other only if the sun aspect in both of them, because of their past karma, is aligned. See, sometimes we might feel that two people are not, by look and feel, they are not equal, or as a spectator, we might have a lot of opinions. But for each of those two people, they'll be the most handsome person on earth for the lady, and the most beautiful bride on earth for that man. So this is all defined by the sun aspect in both their horoscopes. That's why rightly termed soulmates, because Atma Karagan attracts the soul which is defined by karma to that individual. So that attraction will be there in this in marriage. And if the sun plays a vital role, placed also in a good position, then that lingers all along their life. But if their karma in the past with that partner is not good, then there would be turbulence. For some point of time, the attraction might be there, and after that they might face turbulence, and the sun aspect might diminish in each other, and that is why there are a lot of separation also happening in marriages. So sun plays a vital role in prolonging the whole marriage in a nice manner, or balancing it even in the turbulent moments, or even at the point of breaking. And the legal word you mentioned, why is marriage an event which has been called and celebrated in a pompous manner? Registration happens for marriages. We don't do it for friendship, no? Do we do it? Do we have a friendship contract? We don't. But for marriage, we do it, isn't it? Because it is legalized. Sun expects a legal contract for everything, legal binding. You call the entire society or the community, host a marriage to legalize that relationship. That is why sun aspect is so important in marriage. So all these factors of sun primarily defines the quality and the as you rightly said, the liveliness in the relationship of the husband and wife, because from them their children take over all the aspects, right? We live by example. So if we ourselves are not lively, how can we expect our next generation to have any life in whatever they are doing? They'll be like, not so interested. they'll be completely withdrawn. If they are born to parents who are not full of life and activeness, their household itself will turn to be a dull environment. Anyone can enters the house can feel the negative vibration there. So sun is so vibrant planet and gives so much of energy that that is the life source, and we have to keep that life source active. So for that, we need to worship sun on a daily basis wherever he is placed in your horoscope, because that is one God we all get to see every day. So doing Surya Namaskar every day is a mandatory thing. All of us have to practice, because that gives the source of energy in us to prolong the everyday activities, face the challenges, because all of us go through a tunnel of problems every day. By the end of the day, we come out, right? So where do we get the inspiration and the energy from? We derive it from the sun god. So do one Surya Namaskar every day, all of you viewers, because that will keep yourself in a positive state of mind, and progressively you will grow in your career also. Because sun god will bless you abundantly. And for people who have sun who's ruling the ALP Nakshatra Lord, or whose Lagna is Leo, you should, on Sundays, you read Aditya Hridayam Stotra, if you are aware, or if you can learn, or at least play it in your gadget and listen to it. The vibration is so good that anyone who's having difficulties in court cases and all, this Aditya Hridaya Stotra is a mantra which will help you fight all enemies. It has so much of potential in it. So you need to certainly listen to it at least. And for people who have weaker sun, and sun is ruling now, you can do the atta, the wheat flour. You can donate it to poor people, or you can make chapatis or something out of wheat, or buy wheat and give it according to your own capacity. If you can buy only 1 kg of wheat and give, you can do it. To any poor poor household where they are struggling, you can do it. That would become a remedy for you in increasing your positive aspect of the sun. And on Sundays, I think I told you about Aditya Hridaya. And any more pointers on sun, Roopesh? Any remedies you have?
Yes, madam, definitely. There's like a lot of things that we have to do for sun. One simple thing is, people who have sun in the 7th house, you are the people, you have to see the rising sun. One of the best remedies, majority of your negative effects of sun will come down. People having 7th house sun, make a point, every day you have to watch the rising sun, because sun in your horoscope is already sitting in the house of debilitation. Sun wants that energy. So looking at the rising sun every day, as you rightly mentioned, even if you learn Surya Namaskara, the 12 Namaskaram poses for sun, right? This will also enhance the possible, the energy of sun. But watching the rising sun becomes very, very important. Majority of your negative effects of sun gets nullified there. As a part of donation, wheat is one thing, and another important thing which holds a very, very strong as a part of remedy, and also as a part of results to wash out the negative karma, is donation of almonds. Donation of almonds becomes it works very much strongly as a part of donation also. So sun in the 7th house, and you people are the one who needs to take care of your sun. Like, you have to watch out for the sun, like what it is actually telling to you. So be good to your father, be good to all the elderly persons. So automatically the energy of your sun improves. Be good to your social circle also, be good to your community also. Don't let your ego dominate you. If you do all these things, the negative effect of sun becomes more, and the more trouble you will face because of sun. So understand your sun, what it is actually trying to tell you. Just do the dharmic and karmic duties of sun, so that you improve your sun and also you get the maximum benefits of the sun to enjoy in this life.
Yeah. You can also chant Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra is also a powerful mantra for Sun Lord activation. And I'll say one Navagraha Stotra for Sun Lord, which also can be chanted on all days, even on Sundays. Yeah. Japa Kusuma Samkasam Kasyapeyam Mahodyutim Tamorim Sarva Papagnam Pranatosmi Divakaram. Let Sun God be gracious on all our lives and bring brightness and life. With this, we end our session for today. Thank you, Roopesh, for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for
Thank you, madam.
Participation. Thank you.